No official announcement yet, but of course it's a big celebration and anniversary, so you may expect something extra from us once we get closer to the 10 years.
What were the biggest barricades that you were able to dismantle with these 10 years, and to what do you attribute your success? And maybe can you share to us some of the challenges that you are still to face to get to another 10 years? Thank you.
Maybe I will comment because 10 years ago I just arrived for the first time to the Philippines. At that time, Home Trade had less than 20 employees, and what we were doing 10 years ago, we were explaining the concept of the consumer finance to retailers. So we were talking to all the retailers who are cooperating with us, and fair to say, we saw in their eyes some skepticism when we were explaining them how the modern consumer finance product works in other countries and what we are bringing there. But the proof that we are sitting here now showing 15,000 point of sales, this barrier we very clearly overcome, and I'm very happy to say that the Filipino customers and retailers very quickly understand the value and the attractiveness of the offers we are bringing to the customers. And talking about today's challenges, I think there is no business without challenges. That's the reason why we are here to make ourselves better every day and to serve better to our customers. I do believe that the one big topic is the digitization, mobile application, but on the flip side as well, the new financial scams and the digital scams. It's something we are all here learning how to more digitize ourselves, and I'm very sure that 10 years from now we will be even more digital than we are today. So digitization is definitely a big topic for us.
Are there any products or service lines that you will be offering in commemoration of your 10th year?
No official announcement yet, but of course it's a big celebration and anniversary, so you may expect something extra from us once we get closer to the 10 years.
Or having a financial literacy program is a very broad program with with a broader target. How far are we in reaching your goal about this program, and what are your plans in the next 10 or 20 or 30 years for this advocacy? Thank you.
Okay, so of course, I think one of the things that was helped along, if we were talking about digitization, is being able to scale up the program. Because before, we used to do it more of like barangay to barangay and person to person. And now, we have the benefit of social media, we have the benefit of internet and web, as well as even like influencers, financial influencers, helping us bring the message of financial literacy. I think the next step is actually to be able to measure the impact, because now we are delivering the message at scale. The next is to see how we are transforming people's lives. We're doing it right now by gathering testimonials from people who have experienced our financial literacy and seeing how they have transformed, in some way. But another also is, in fact, we are also, if you go to our mobile app, we are deploying some quizzes there on testing how financially literate people are. And we see some slow moving up of the needle. It's not a very sophisticated quiz, but at least you know that some of the basics are being addressed. And we hope to continue to bring that. Our goal is actually, hopefully, that we are, the financial institutions and us are not the only ones taking up the financial literacy, but this would somehow be taken up on a more wider basis or integrated perhaps within our education.
I'm just curious if there is, I was actually browsing your app, and most products in your marketplace are appliances and gadgets. Are there any plans to sort of incorporate more local products or SMEs and MSMEs in the future?
Yeah, I mean, as we've stated, we are very, very committed to really the concept of being able to buy anything. So, yes, we highlight products in our marketplace which are most in demand. But again, as we were showing the list, there's a lot more there, and it's overall more than 300. Not a lot of people might know. We actually even provide financing for, let's say, a birthday event. That's another thing that a lot of people might not be aware of. We've actually provided financing for even trainings. There was, I believe, a while back in some cities, it was a requirement that to get a driver's license, people had to go through a certain training before they could get a driver's license. So again, our field people said, can we finance this? We said, absolutely. So we did that. Again, these are lesser known things that people might not realize, but we do. And some of these things, as I said, on marketplace, it's just a function of what's more in demand, what most people search for. We try to highlight those things. But indeed, it is a large portfolio already, but we are committed to continuously looking for what more is needed by our customers, by our consumers. We collect feedback from our field, from our sales associates, and we continue to add that, and we're committed to it. Again, I will go back to saying, we are committed to saying, we want people to be able to buy anything, anywhere, at any time. And we'll stick to that and continue to make it better and better.
As a student myself, do you offer specific programs for students? For example, credit or student loan programs that specifically aims to cover educational needs of young Filipino people? And for my second question, do you have further plans on targeting young people or like students on your financial literacy program?
Let me answer the second part of the question. So, like I mentioned before, we all know that this is a gap in schools, that financial literacy is not necessarily readily accessible. So, I think as working with the school organizations and the schools themselves, that's how we're trying to promote financial literacy. So now it's very organization driven, and hopefully in the future it will be part of the curriculum. But on the first one,
so I will tackle the education loan. Part of our financial literacy actually is the lesson number 1 is to distinguish between the needs and wants. And we firmly believe that education is one of the good purposes to take the cash loan. Therefore, we really offer our customers base with the cash loan, and we really welcome them to use it for paying the tuition or the education-related expenses that will improve their chances on the labor market and therefore make their life better.
Thank you so much.